Heartily welcome back to our newest episode of Ask the Founder, dear Simon. Today we have
Thank
a
you.
very important question, the advantages of decentralized opportunities using inside the Future Multiverse. So we see WhatsApp, we see Microsoft, they are centralized. So they store all your data, they work with it, and Future Multiverse does not do so. Perhaps you can explain to us the advantages that companies or as well private persons have using future multiverses decentrality. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for today's interview. This is a very important question and very important topic. So let me give a practical example. Right now, for example, many people, they are already using ChatGPT, which came out only a few years ago. Basically, ChatGPT is a product or a service of OpenAI. They are large language model that people can access when they go, for example, to chatgpt.com or to OpenAI. All of the large language model that people can get access there, it's running on Microsoft or let's say OpenAI's own servers. So basically, when you use it with your account, the entire chat history basically and everything that you share with Microsoft with OpenAI is collected, analyzed, processed by Microsoft and by OpenAI. Basically, the data is officially staying in your account, but of course, basically, as it's running through their servers, they have full access to all the data that you're producing. Although, for example, if you create an image and you're downloading the image, you can own it. And basically you also have, let's say, a co-owning right of the picture you created and of the data you created, but also they have full access to it and can analyze it. Now, for example, WhatsApp has, with the newest update right now, has, for example, Meta AI integrated into WhatsApp. You can be in a group chat that you already have since 5 years, and you can say, ask Meta AI anything about this chat. Now, maybe you did not even activate this, but basically with the latest version of WhatsApp, also when you update the iPhone, this is integrated. And if you activated it or not, and then basically you can ask Meta AI a question about this chat, and it's basically analyzing the entire chat. Now, this Meta AI that is integrated on your phone is still at that moment integrated with through that WhatsApp has access to all of your data basically. So it's analyzing it. WhatsApp already had all the time access to all the data. And of course you have the possibility to do end-to-end encryption. But again, still they have access to all of the data. And now you have the possibility to use Meta AI even in WhatsApp if you did not even ask it to be integrated. They basically have full access to all of your data. You don't know how they are using your data, what they're doing with it, and basically what consequences this potentially could have. Now, let me give another example of how we have integrated AI. We have officially a guidebook, let's say, where we are providing proactively information about our platform, where we are owning those data and we are providing it to the public. So basically everyone can learn about our information about our platform, and they can use our integrated large language model to interact with it. But this is public information, and it's basically they can interact with it. They don't share any personal informations on that guidebook, for example. They can just interact to learn. And then, for example, we have it's the same AI basically integrated with customer support system. So basically, this AI is able to ask questions to basically, if somebody is asking about a certain topic on our guidebook, then the AI can automatically say, look, for the question that you've asked, here is a link. This is where, for example, the whole topic is answered and can specifically answer and then even provide the link. And then if, for example, the AI was not able to help, wherever the answer was not able to be answered in the guidebook, then basically the people can interact with the real customer support agent.
We don't give these data to anyone outside. So we're inside the future
Of course,
multiverse and the data are safe.
This was just, let's say, one first use case. Now, the next part is, for example, if for a company that the solution that we've built is that, for example, when a company is owning a land plot and they want to stream their own data there, they want to present their offerings, their product, their service, their asset, their project, whatsoever, their environment, they can own their own data on their own hardware device. So we've specifically built a hardware device for a reason or to solve this issue so that every member of our platform, every user of our platform, they can via API in a secure way, they can stream their avatar data. So they can connect through their own hardware system to the platform with their own avatar via API, but also disconnect at any time while they are in full ownership and management of their own data. So you can, for example, when you're entering the platform to use the platform with your own avatar, at any time you can say, I want to disconnect, and your avatar file was never stored or managed on our platform, but it was streamed to the platform via API, basically. Same for a shop, for a store, for any environment, any function that can be interactive. And this is very key because, for example, right now, large AI tech companies, they have access to basically any information in the internet. So you can ask, for example, ChatGPT about any information that is available public online in the internet and ask about it. This includes images, logos, whatsoever. For example, you can go to Google Images. You can download any image or a logo file of a company without even asking for using it. Yeah, or without copyright. Exactly. But in our case, you cannot, well, not just, click on an avatar and say, download the file. It's not possible because the file is stored on your device, streamed to the platform, and the platform has no access to the actual, let's say, file folder of your avatar, of your exact face, et cetera, et cetera. It's not possible that they can just download that. And same as, for example, if you have, let's say, a 3D functional file of a shop or a store or whatsoever, this includes code. This includes, let's say, many different layers of actual that are included in this file package. They cannot just download it. So the data is stored on your own device, and on this device, there's open source large language model integrated so that you can train your own AI. So you can have your own AI that you can tell specifically, you can train it specifically in the way that you want to train it. And you can provide it information. You can say, for example, a company can buy this device from us. We can digitize their entire environment, including all the different functions within that shop, store, whatsoever.
And after that, it belongs to them. So that's
it belongs to them, 100%. Yeah. It belongs to them. They can store it on this device, and then they can integrate their own AI into all of the processes. So that's basically, they can train their own, this file they can use to train their own AI, and then basically they can interact with their own AI to learn, to improve. So they have it also on their own system. They connect it with our platform, and they can also disconnect it at any time. With our hardware device, they get access to decentralized data storage and management, and the possibility to stream it like a hologram to a platform, disconnected at any time, so via API, and also their own AI instead of using the AI of a big company where they basically provide all of their data all the time without knowing how they are using it, whether they are using it responsibly or not. And for example, also in our guidebook, we also can provide informations about companies that are listed on our platform only if the company shares, for example, a certain light paper or white paper with us, or certain public information they want us to be shared with the public.
Yeah, that's very
Very
interesting.
important. Yeah.
Seems that inside Future Multiverse, you are always a master of your data. So you can give them to Future Multiverse and you can take them away. So you have always the possibility to control everything that happens. And this is something very, very important for many companies, I think, because if they provide, for example, things they do not want to show to everyone, they can give access only for a certain part of people who get the access, and that's very important. Yeah, thank you very much, dear Simon. So that's very—
You're welcome. And also, we don't collect any data, for example, like their passwords. They can access the platform through their own wallet. So they can connect, for example, through their own ledger, for example, if they want, where they basically have an automatic, let's say, two-factor authentication for accessing, or they can even use their Google account, of course, whatever basically they have already been using for verifying themselves also on other platforms. But also they can integrate two-factor authentication codes. So where we don't have access about that, we have integrated systems where verification, authentication can happen in a secure way, but always with the data being with the actual user.
That's a massive information flood. So it's summarized, and everyone who wants to know more about that as well, our information tool is Grace AI. She will ask you many more questions. Feel welcome, and stay tuned for our next episode of Ask the Founder.
Brilliant.
Thank you today, dear Simon.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Stefan.